Now, where do we go? Here? No, here. Oh, probably the big bright star in the middle of the sky. Solan, the golden star. The golden star shines bright over the highest mountain in all of the downside. It's a book. What does that mean? We're gonna find out. So now you see for yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Elodial, a sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. And at the very top, the fall of Solan. Okay. You confirm the stars indicate this exactly. Thanks, game. Wolfred, sir, how do you know that? Wolfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he is directing them at you.
I too can read, my boy.
What? Also, I kind of nailed his voice. It was pretty good, right? I'm kind of happy with that, but I'm a little thrown off. What? So readers can read and make voices.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwyn. Your reader skills, while rare, are not unique. But as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Okay, well, there's nothing in here yet? Nope, okay. In that case, we take the night to rest. At dawn, Wolfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands of the north, beyond which lies your destination. Thanks, game. We go to the shore. Oh my. We've entered Northrend. There's a little light there. You see that? There's a little window. Is that what that is? Or is it just a shiny? It looks like a window. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in the lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodial. I think it's how you pronounce that. You will have to make it all the way to the top. Oh, this is like when Arthas first climbs Icecrown Citadel in Warcraft 3. And then, yeah, it is Warcraft 3. It's not the Frozen Throne. He does it at the end of Warcraft 3, I believe. In a moment of respite, Wolfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not possible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. Interesting. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. Oh my. What does freedom mean to you? Do what you want. Achieve inner peace. Wait, let's read this. Freedom means be able to make decisions on your own terms. Freedom means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. Having no master. Freedom means answering to no one's will other than your own. Going where you please. Freedom means that you'll be able to go where your heart yearns without restrictions, without fear, to feel true love. Freedom means not having everyone's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Living without fear. Freedom means living life without concern for others, judgment, or approval. Nothing at all. Freedom is just another empty goal to chase. Oh, wow, that is. This is difficult because this is essentially what freedom is. Do what you want. You have the freedom to do as you please, to make your decisions as you would please. Even if there are outside sources influencing your decisions, it is still your decision to make. That is what freedom is. However, these are also all subjects of freedom. These are all subterms of what this is, like going where you please. You have the freedom to go where you please. You have the freedom because you have no person telling you what to do, even though there's more to that one. You have the freedom to feel the way you want to feel. Like, these are all freedoms, but true freedom is put into two things. It's either you have no master, you are free, but what is a master entirely? Now we get into the philosophy of masters. Is a master just one that tells you that you must do something? In that case, is a master just a force of power pushing you in a certain direction? All very interesting. We're going to go with do what you want. But he's probably going to be like, oh, well, if you want to do what you want, then you could do what you want in the downside. You tell Wolfred that freedom means having choice. If you are able to do what you want, both physically and socially, then you are free. He considers your remarks for a short while. Choice is freedom, then, you say. If that is all, then you are free already. Go, my boy, do as you please. Nobody's here to govern you. See, I told you. I trust, however, that this is not the freedom that you have in mind. Perhaps you simply wish to return home and to be left alone. Maybe. Then he turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to indulge one's curiosities, passions, and at least ones that cause no harm to others without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think, or not to think. He looks out towards the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At least you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have been long lost, and the eight scribes, if they were out there still, have made quite clear that they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group that, together, you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're plotting a revolt. Just so, I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself. You know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Wolfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not, but all of you are here bound together through the rights, and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom? You will not find it awaiting you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. This is my promise. He lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volford turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he says and plot the wagon's northern path. It's interesting. It actually reminds me a little bit. Oh, look, can I click on that window? No. It reminds me a little bit of the Hunger Games. As if you ever read the books or watched the movies, you probably have watched the movies, probably have not read the books. Either way, it comes to a point where the first Hunger Games book happens, and it gets to the end, and then the second one, minor spoilers, in the second book, they have to go back into the Hunger Games. The people from the first one have to go back into the Hunger Games because they defied the system. And the people who were running the Hunger Games thought, aha, the best way to celebrate this anniversary of the Hunger Games and to show everybody a lesson that they shouldn't be uprising against this or having hope to uprise against the system, they send the people who were in the previous one or previous ones, so like winners of all these other Hunger Games, back into the Hunger Games. And at the very end of that, there is a plot that essentially makes sure that the system is thrown off, and in the third book, it is essentially just a revolt. And that's what this feels like. It feels like we had a plan, we were going along with that plan, and now someone else has a much bigger scope of a plan, and they want us to throw the system. That's what it feels like. I think that's a fair analogy, especially if you've seen the Hunger Games. I tried to be vague enough there, so that way you can go watch it if you want. This is a good movie, good set of movies, most of them. Pathway leading north to the scarred Mount Volford indicates this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Alodiel. Well, then I have no choice. So am I truly free? The commentary in this game is very good. Beyond lies Mount Alodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. The Beyonder Crystal seeks headwind. Oh my. Huh. There you are, my boy. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volford stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this sense is as nascent still. Mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends. That explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group. In light of this, the answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves, other than Tarek, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the pages, our passage in the Book of Rites, which states it in plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volford breaks from you and looks at you again, then speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand that what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, not for any one of us. Do you understand? Volford indicates that readers such as you cannot go free through the rites. Say you understand. Say you do not care. Well, there's more stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. No, we'll do the first one. You understand that the words of warning, yet, just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my boy. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here, in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around then. Well, we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. Or in this case, leaving me with one of the best characters in the game. You've returned. How can I help you, if at all? You have invoked Sandra, yes. Request of her. Ascribe trial. I'm always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Who shall it be? Well, I mean, I can only do Hedwyn. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him, then. Let's bring him forth. Soon, Hedwyn appears in heat of summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? Suddenly, he's sucked into the orb, and he feels betrayal. I'm looking forward to Wrecking Face. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood? Well, hey, that was actually pretty easy. I wasn't expecting that. Like, he's fairly submissive, actually. It says a lot about him. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid. Save for that of your lovely reader here. Okay. Oh, this shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, there's a little thing in the middle. What? Okay, I say shouldn't be too difficult, and now I'm reconsidering all of my actions here.